This is how to use FxBlue's Trading Simulator version 3, video number 3. Okay, let's get into Anna reading.
Page 18 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. 6. Multiple time frames. You can view multiple time frames for the simulator using offline charts in MT4. For example, you can set the MT4 strategy tester to do a simulation on H1 data, but also create simulated charts for M5 and D1. 6.1 Configuring which timeframes to create. You tell the simulator which extra timeframes to create using the options under the Expert Properties button in the MT4 strategy tester. The list of settings includes options such as offline_M1 and offline_D1. You simply turn on the extra timeframes which you want. Please note that each extra timeframe will slightly reduce the simulator's speed. 6.2 Opening the offline charts. Once the simulator is running, the extra timeframes are available as offline charts in MT4. You can open the charts using File/Open Offline, which will display a list such as the following. The extra charts created by the simulator are listed as entries such as Sim H4. Page 19 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. Once you open one of the offline charts, you can add indicators to it in the usual way, and the charts updates and pauses in line with the main simulated chart.
Okay, so for this part of the instruction manual, we are going to go over how to make offline charts for your trading simulation. Alright, so let's go into Expert Properties, and what you have here is the time frames for all the offline charts. So what you want to do is you want to go to the Create Offline Charts drop down menu, and then what you have here is a choice to be true or false. And of course I'm going to go for the 4-hour and the daily time frames to have on my offline charts, and I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to basically go ahead, start it, and the trading simulator comes up. It gets the data. There's your window, and what you're going to do is you're going to go into File, Open Offline, and what you're going to see is here the simulator for the 4-hour and the daily. I had both of them set to true, and the amount of bars is here. That's the amount of bars that it'll basically display for basically well, not the whole back testing, but the part that's going to be on the screen. Alright, so we're going to just go ahead and bring that up. I'm going to bring up the 4-hour, and as you can see, the pound here and the pound here, this is the simulated pound. So this will definitely slow down your computer, the simulator. Okay, I'm putting the indicators on this one, and I'm going to put the indicators on the offline chart also. Alright, and let's make sure that that goes to the end, and this one's already at the end. So when you go ahead and you start it up, everything that happens on the initial chart, like this is the 1-hour, will then be mimicked over here on your offline chart on the 4-hour. So let's just have a look at that. I'm going to turn up the speed, and let's get it started. Okay, so I'm not going to really take any trades. I just want you to see how that actually works. Looks like the simulator had a bit of a problem. Yeah, it looks like it stuttered a bit. So let me see if I can fix that. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. So there you go. And this is moving in conjunction with this lower time frame. Okay. Now also it talks about using multi-time frame indicators, but that would be, I believe, in the next one. So as it is right now, using multi-time frame indicators will actually corrupt your results because they will most likely give you information ahead of time that will cause you to take trades that you wouldn't normally trade because you don't have the information yet. So be careful with using multi-time frame indicators. And as a note of my own experience, I've seen that multi-time frame indicators don't print right on this app. So I would just suggest that you try to use indicators that are more just the regular lagging indicators that don't really do too much. Okay, so with that, let's get on to the rest of this instruction video.
Chart. Page 20 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. 7. Other simulator options and settings. 7.1 Settings and Non-Hedging Mode. You can control the settings used by the simulator by clicking on the Tools button and choosing Settings. This lets you turn on confirmations before orders are opened and closed, and also lets you turn on non-hedging mode. By default, the simulator follows normal MT4 behavior, and lets you have buy and sell orders open at the same time. Please note that the MT4 strategy tester allows this even if you are using a US broker, who is prohibited from allowing hedging. If you turn on non-hedging mode, buy orders close sell orders, and vice versa. For example, if you are long 0.10 lots, and place a sell order for 0.30 lots, then the buy order will be closed, and a sell order will be placed for the balance of 0.20 lots. 7.2 Automated Tasks. You can see a list of all the automated tasks which the simulator is running, any trailing stops on orders, plus any OCO orders. You click on the Tools button, and choose Auto Tasks. 7.3 Undocking the simulator window. You can undock the simulator into a floating window by clicking on the Tools button and choosing Undock Terminal. You can continue to trade while the terminal is undocked from its chart. To redock the terminal, click on the Tools button again and choose Redock Terminal.
Okay, for this part of the instruction video, we're going to talk about non-hedging mode. Basically, the indicators that are inside of the settings on the tasks and settings. So you click on that and you get this menu right here. So with that, what this will basically do is it will ask you if on this one, it will ask you if you want to confirm your quick buy and quick sell orders, basically when you use this docked terminal, or if you want to confirm close all symbols, right? Basically when you want to close all the orders. And then this here, non-hedging mode, which in the US is what is law in the US. Basically one of the laws that was put into place to basically keep people from hedging. So this will basically sell orders will close buys and buy orders will close sells, vice versa. So let me show you what that basically looks like. Okay, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to save the settings, and when you go ahead and try to buy, you get this little window right here that basically asks you to confirm your buy order. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I want to sell. All right, let's do that. So let's confirm that, and there you go. That's a sell. All right, so the next setting on the settings menu is basically close all for symbols, right? Let's save that. So basically, if we want to close this, let's go ahead and go to the menu. Well, actually, let's do it from this menu here. All right, we want to close that. It didn't do it. Let's go to the settings. Confirm close all for symbols. Let's do it again, and let's see. Close all. Let's pull this out. Close all. Okay. I had to do this a couple of times because it didn't quite work out like I wanted it to, so I cut to the part where it actually worked. So this is what I was basically looking for. Close all. It only works when you close all positions. Okay. When you use close open positions, or probably close losers, it does not work the same way. Only for the close all. And of course, that is basically what it says in there. So I don't want that to basically close like that right there. So, okay. So the last one is the non-hedging mode. Okay. Because in the US, we cannot hedge, and I hate that. But that's to keep traders safe, and I guess that's one of those things. So now, what happens here is, since this is a sell, this open, clicking on this buy will close this open sell position, just this one. I believe it's like 1 for 1. Let me actually open another sell position, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, and I believe it's a first in, first out. So this is 3, this is 4. So let's go ahead and close. Let's do that. Right, there you go. And it closed the first one of the open positions. Now let's go ahead and close the second one with the buy order, because you can't hedge. Normally in most other countries you can hedge. You can basically take a position that is, you could take a buy when you already have a sell order open, but in the US it's not that way. So let's go ahead and click that, and there you go, it closed. Alright, so that's basically part of this terminal also. Now let's go into auto tasks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up, and I am going to put something on here so that this will actually put a 10 pip trailing stop, and also I am also going to control and click this button and put on a news breakout. Okay, so when you go into the settings and automated tasks, you'll have an option here for auto tasks. You click on that, and that will give you a description of what you have as far as the auto task. And what I have here are the trailing stop for 10 pips and the OCO breakout reversion group. So basically this 5 and this 6, whichever basically gets activated first will cancel the other. Alright, so what happens here is, if you close one of these, then the automated task of this will not function. Okay, that means if you close this OCO order, this will actually stay here, but the automated function of closing the other will not function. Okay? As far as the trailing stop, I believe the same thing. And also, you have to be careful now with these windows open, be careful not to click on the account info window. Okay, you can click on this, but this account info window, I suggest that you don't open it because it will probably crash your platform, your terminal, the MT4 platform. Okay, so I'm going to warn you against that. But that's basically the automated tasks. Okay, so now the other thing that is here is undocking this terminal here. So you have this undocked terminal, and there you go. You just click on that and you get this undocked, and you can basically move it anywhere you want on your screen. If you want to put it back, you just click on redock terminal, and it basically puts it, it's basically docked. You can put that anywhere. You can do the same thing basically, but it's basically in a singular place. Okay, so that's this part of the instruction video. Let's get on to the next.
7.4 Keyboard Shortcuts. You can use the following keyboard shortcuts in the simulator. Alt plus P pauses the simulator. Alt plus increases the speed of the backtesting, equivalent to moving the slider in MT4's settings. Alt plus reduces the speed of the backtesting. Control plus Alt plus B places a by order using the current volume, S/L, and T/P settings. Control plus Alt plus S places a sell order using the current volume, S/L, and T/P settings. Control plus Alt plus C closes all open positions and pending orders. Page 21 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. The simulator must have the current input focus for these shortcuts to work, the most recent. Mouse click must have been inside the simulator's window, rather than elsewhere inside the MT4 software.
Alright, so now for this part of the instruction video, it's just talking about keyboard shortcuts. Basically, the keys that you can basically look to make, it's another option for you to make your trading simulator a bit easier for you. Now, I'm probably just going to put the keyboard shortcuts on the screen so you can just see what they are up close. That way you can decide if you basically want to look at that, right? Okay, if you want to use them or not, or if you just want to go ahead and just use, normally I just go ahead and use the functionality of the strategy tester and the keys up here to control my trading simulation. Okay, but I'll go ahead and put that on the screen for you, and let's get on to the rest of the instruction video.
Where? Page 22 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. 8. Analyzing your results. 8.1 Monitoring results while the simulation is running. You can monitor your results while the simulation is running either by using the account info, or by using the results and graph tabs of the MT4 strategy tester. 8.2 Viewing and analyzing final results. At the end of the simulation, when it reaches the end of the selected period, or you terminate it early using the stop button in the MT4 strategy tester, MT4 will compile its usual backtesting report on the Report tab. The simulator will also show your final net profit. You can then get more comprehensive analysis of your simulated trading by publishing the results to the FxBlue website. You simply click on the Analyze Trading button, and the simulated history is uploaded to the website, giving you access to the full range of FxBlue reporting and analysis. Please note, if you already use FxBlue to publish your live trading results, You may want to create a second account for use with the simulator, so that publication of the simulated results does not overwrite your live results. If you need to change account at the end of the simulation, click on the button, and then log in again using a different FxBlue account.
Okay, so for this part of the instruction video, we are going to go into analyzing results. So this is pretty simplistic. If you've done any strategy testing on MT4, you already know this. These are the results as you're basically trading the strategy or system that you're basically testing, right? You have this window, and you have your graph, and right now you don't have the report because you're not finished testing, but you do have the journal that tells you your buys and sells, and if you have any automated tasks that FxBlue Trading Simulator is basically processing, like a trailing stop or an OCO or something to that effect, right? Okay, so that part is there. All right, so now let's get into something else that I don't really use because I use another program for this, but let's just stop this and let's analyze the results. You see analyze is with an S. This is basically the British spelling, right? All right, so for ForexMilitia, that's the username that I'm going to basically go into. I can analyze, so I just click that, and I get the analysis for my trading system that was in the trading simulator. And as you can see, it has its graph and its results, and this analysis basically will tell you which currencies that you have traded and the orders, the profit, and all of this such. It goes all the way across and gives a decent analysis, but one thing that it does lack is there are other scores that this will not give you. Like I use Quant Analyzer 4, which will give you Z-score and some of the other a month by month. Well, actually, I believe this actually does give that, but it also will allow you to do a Monte Carlo analysis, which will let you know, and it gives a more in-depth look at how your system is trading by the day, by the hour, everything. So this also has some of that, but it doesn't give everything that you basically need. It's good, but not the best. So there's another part of this that I do want to show to you, which is if you do decide that you want to use an app on here from the FxBlue, which is the not just a trading simulator, but they have a publisher here that will allow you to keep a constant watch on your actual trading results. Let's see, publishing tools, right, there you go. There, for MT4 and MT5. It's a publishing EA that will allow you to, every trade that you take, it will keep a analysis of your trades. So what it suggested in there is if you are already logged in to an account that you don't want to mess up with your strategy testing, because it will basically add whatever trades that you have, you need to make another account for your strategy testing. Okay, so I have this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can log in and log out, or yes, change the login. This button here is your log out button for the username that you're basically using. Okay, and then you get this window here. I've always showed it to you where I was already logged in, but now I'm logged in as ForexMilitia, so I'll go ahead and log back in. And my password. There you go. Okay, so now that's basically to show you how to log in and log out. Is this button here to basically log out of whatever username that you're basically using, so you can log into whichever username that you're using for your strategy testing. I hope that you don't make the mistake of actually adding the strategy tester results to your live trading. So just be careful with that. All right. Okay, so let's continue on with the rest of this instruction video.
Page 23 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. 9. Troubleshooting and other notes. 9.1 Problem starting the simulator. 9.1.1 The visual mode option is not visible. If the visual mode option in the MT4 backtesting settings is not visible, then you simply need to increase the size of the backtesting pane. http://forum.mql4.com/70724 http://forum.mql4.com/70724 9.1.2 Backtesting terminates immediately. If backtesting terminates immediately, i.e. the stop button changes immediately back to start, then please check for errors recorded by MT4 in the Journal tab in the Strategy Tester. The most likely explanation is that MT4 is unable to collect history data from your broker for the selected dates. 9.1.3 The simulator is not visible, blank, white window. If the simulator starts, but continues to display a blank white window, even after waiting for a few seconds, then please check your settings for Internet Explorer, regardless of which browser you normally use for your web browsing. Something in the Windows settings for Internet Explorer is preventing it from displaying and running web content. 9.1.4 Backtesting terminates after placing the first trade. If the backtesting/simulation is terminated immediately after you place the first trade, please look for errors in the Journal tab of the Strategy Tester. The only known cause of this problem is the message from MT4 saying margin exchange rate cannot be calculated, as a result of the deposit currency for the Strategy Tester being different to the deposit currency of your account. Please check that the deposit currency, which is being used in the Strategy Tester, is correct, using the Expert Properties button in the MT4 Strategy Tester pane. For another example and more information about this problem in the MT4 Strategy Tester, please see http://forum.mql4.com/34736.
Okay, so what you have here is, in this part of the instruction video, it's basically talking about this here, the visual mode. Sometimes when you bring up the mode, what happens is, what you have is, it's not showing. So what you need to do is, wait, let me get this, there we go. So what you have is, it's not showing. Okay, so this is the way how you fix it. You just find that line right there, up and down arrow, and then you just move it up, and there you go. You should be able to see your visual mode. That's a simple fix. You don't have to worry about that. All right, so the next thing on here is here. when you basically have when the visual I'm sorry, when this basically terminates and you don't know what the problem is, what you can do is you can go to the journal tab here and look to see what actually is the problem of why it's terminating. I'm not sure of a way to basically simulate that for you so you can see exactly what to look for, but you should look in the journal tab to see what it is that is creating that error. Okay. Now normally when you start up a new simulation, which I will start up a new one so you can see what I'm talking about. The terminal window will be if this thing stays white, then you have a problem with your Internet Explorer, and what you should do is look for it inside of your start menu and bring up your Internet Explorer and then go into the tools and then go to Internet Options, and you should check to see if you have any type of blockages or if there is some type of internet connection problem that is preventing your let me get it right, your Trading Simulator 3 from basically starting. Okay, so you basically have to make sure that you don't have anything preventing your FxBlue Trading Simulator 3 from actually working. So you should look in the general and the security, see if the internet is actually set correctly, or if you have any type of restrictions that is blocking the Trading Simulator 3 from actually working. Okay, so for the last part of this instruction video, we're basically looking to just if you have a problem with the currency exchange part, the margin, if you get the margin exchange rate can't be calculated problem, most likely all you have to do is go into here, the expert properties, and change the currency that it's trading. Now I would suggest something that I saw in the forums for correcting this problem is to just go ahead and change it to the USD. I don't know why that is, but I believe that's more of an MT4 problem. So if this just lines up with if the trading simulator just lines up with MT4 on the USD, especially if you're trading something that is coming out of the US, CFDs, companies Apple or something like that. But with currencies, you really shouldn't have too much of that problem. But if you're trading something outside of currencies, like I said, and what you should just do is go ahead and change the simulator to the USD, and you shouldn't have that problem anymore. Okay? All right, let's continue on with the end of this instruction video.
Page 24 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. 9.2 Historic data, unmatched data errors, modeling quality, etc. For general information about use of the MetaTrader 4 strategy tester, please see the metaquotesforum.mql4.com discussion board and articles. For example, /79.3 multi-timeframe, MTF, indicators. Please note that multi-timeframe indicators, those which display values for timeframes other than the chart they are running on, can effectively see into the future when used in visual mode MT4 backtesting. They will potentially give you advantageous information, which you could not have had historically. For example, halfway through a bar they will tend to indicate what is about to happen based on the future price at the end of the bar. The technical reasons for this are as follows. If an EA uses MQ4 functions such as iClose, iHigh, iCustom, etc. in backtesting for a timeframe which is different to the chart timeframe, e.g. the H1 values when running on AM15 chart, then this is safe. The values which the EA sees are based on the latest simulated price, not any future prices. But if an indicator is added manually to a visual mode backtest, then use of iClose, iHigh, iCustom, etc. for a higher time frame will see the bar end values rather than the interim simulated values. In other words, if an indicator is manually added to the chart and collects prices from a higher time frame than its chart, then it breaks out of the backtesting environment and can see what happens in the future.
Okay, so in this part of the instruction video, it's basically just talking about multi-timeframe indicators. In my experience with multi-timeframe indicators, it basically will not print correctly, meaning that depending on, I guess, how the multi-timeframe indicator is programmed, it will just show as having the values of this first part of the simulation, and it won't correct itself. Yeah, it just I tried it even on the simulated, the offline charts, and that did not help. So the only thing that I could basically say is you can most likely go to one of the charts. Interesting. You can go to one of the charts and go back to where the simulator is basically trading, and go ahead and put on your multi-time frame indicator, and just that's the hard way. I mean, it's really harder that way. You want to basically just do it straight from the simulator. But if you're having a problem with having that print, that would be my suggestion to correct that. All right. So with that, I will say knowledge is power. Be power hungry, and power to the people. The best way to be profitable, the best way for you to basically trade is to always trade following the smart money. All right, that is the holy grail, as one would say. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Comment on this video, and let me know if there's some other thing that I can help you out with. With that, I will say Parsifal, signing out.